Hey, welcome my bonus math masters. So today we're going to, so far you've learned the standard algorithm which is just a fancy way for like a easy way to multiply numbers. You've learned how to do a 2-digit by a 1-digit. And then last time you learned how to do a 2-digit by 2-digit. And it's a long step, so we're gonna have a lot of practice as we go through these to get it right. Today I just want to show why that standard algorithm works, why this works, and how it relates to what we've been doing in our regular math class, which is the area model. So first, I want to solve 54 times 36 using the area model. And so to do that, I'm gonna go through it a little bit fast, the numbers, because you guys are pretty good at that. We divide it up into our sections, and I have 50 and 4 and 30 and 6. And I'm going to use different colored markers here to show you how it relates over here. But I broke it up, and over here I have 36 times 54. It doesn't really matter because remember, multiplication, you can switch these two numbers. So let's start over here. So my first box I'm going to fill out is 50 times 30. You guys know about the zero trick, so I can do my two zeros. And I do 5 times 3 is 15. So you get 1,500. Now I do 50 times 6. Again, you can do the zero trick if you want. And 5 times 6 is 30. And now I'm going to switch on to my 4s down here. And so I'm going to do 4 times 30. I'm going to do my zero trick. So now I just have 4 times 3 left, and that is 12. And then I have 4 times 6, and that is simply 24. Now instead of adding them all up like we normally do, I'm just going to add up what we multiplied the 4s by. So when I add these up, I get 120 plus 24. And that turns out to be 144. And when I add what I multiplied 50 by everything, I get 1,500 plus 300. And that turns into 1,800. To get the total answer, you would add these two together. So, my markers are stuck. When you add the two together, you get 1,800 plus 1,000 or 144. Make sure we're lined up correctly, and you get a 4, a 4, a 9, and a 1. So 1,944. Let's see how this relates to this over here. So first, remember when we're doing our standard algorithm, we're going to ignore the 5 for right now, and we're just going to start multiplying by this 4. And so when we're multiplying by the 4, we're going to first do 4 times 6. And 4 times 6 equals, well, right there actually, 4 times 6 equals 24. So I'm going to write my 4 right there because we can't write 24 in the one spot. We can only do that. So I take that 20 and I'm going to put it up there. Next I will do 3 times 12 and 3 times, or sorry, I said the answer. 4 times 3, and that equals 12. But it's not really a 4 times 3. It's actually a 4 times 30. So when you do it out, it's 120. But we're only going to write it as 12 in the standard, in this spot, because we're just doing the 30. So 4 times 3 is 12. Plus I need to add that 2. So it's 14. 4 there, and I add my 1, and there's nothing to times it by here, so I bring my 1 down. And if you look, when we were multiplying by this 4 right here, it's the same as when we were multiplying 36 by 4 right here. We got 144 as our total, which matches that right there. And you can even see where our 24 was, and our 120 was there before we added that 2. Next, we have to switch to multiplying the 50 here. Remember, it's not a 5 there, it's a 50. That's why when we're doing the standard algorithm, we put that 0 down here. They're going to make you put that down there right away, and because it's a 50. So now we do 5 times 6 and we get 30. I'm going to cross that out because we use that. 5 times 6 is 30, but I can't put 30 in here, but I can put my 0 there and my 3 up here. Now I do 5 times 3, and that gets me 15. And 15 plus 3 is 18. So I'm going to write 18 because I have my 1 over here, and it drops down. And if you notice, when I was multiplying by 5, it was the same as when I was multiplying by the 50 times the 30 and times the 6. 50 times the 6 and times the 30. And it gets me 1,800. And then again, when you add these numbers, it's even all lined up for us already. When I add these up, I get 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So we end up getting the same answer. This is how the standard algorithm works. What it's doing is it's creating a shortcut for all of these numbers that you do, these 4 different multiplying problems, because you did one multiplication problem here, one here, one here, and one here. So those 4 multiplication problems are hidden in here, and it turns into some easier multiplication problems. So that is how I want you to know that it's related today. I'm going to give you some more practice just doing a 2x2 model. So you're just going to have more 2x2 models. And what I mean by that is you might have a problem like 54 times, I think I just did 54, 54 times 71. And I want you to try to do it this way this time. If you don't, that's okay. I want you to try to do it. We're going to break it up into its place values, like the square. So I'm just going to do 1, and the first one I'm going to do is 1 times 4. Now I'm going to write it down there. And I'm just going to leave that as its space, because that's my first problem I did. I'm going to show all 4 problems. Now I'm going to do 1 times 5, but that 5 is not a 5, it's 50. Then I'm going to do, that's not a 7, it's actually 70, so I need to put my 0 down there. 7 times 4 is 28, so I'm just going to write out 28. And lastly, I need to put my 0 down there still, because it's a 70. 70 times 50, so that's another 0, so I can put another 0 down there, and it turns into 7 times 5 is 35. Then you add them up to get your answer. 4, 13, can't do that, so the 1 goes up there. Turns into 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 5 more is 8, plus 3. So you get 3,334. Now you can see those 4 different multiplication problems that you would get when you do the area model of 50 and 4 and 70 and 1. Again, so like my 1 times 4 is here. My 150, where's that one from? That 1's not there. It's just 50. 50 times 1 is the 50 there. 4 times 70 is 280, which is right there. And last I had 50 times 70, and that was 3,500. So hopefully that shows why the area model works a little bit. We're going to keep talking about that as we go. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep practicing this double digit by double digit multiplication numbers. I noticed that sometimes when you guys were doing it last time, you guys just did this digit right here times these, and you forgot to add on this second part right here. So you guys were really good at, that marker's dead. You guys were really good at doing this digit and multiplying here and here for 4 and 5. And then you guys would just leave it there. So you guys kind of forgot to do the 7 times 4. Oh, put the 0 down. 7 times 4 is 28. And then the 7 times 5 is 35 plus 2 is 37. And then add them together to get your answer. 13, 1 is 8. So I want you guys practicing the double-digit multiplication, and just kind of in the background think why it's working. Because in 5th grade, you're going to go over again why it's working, so I want to give you that boost up of why it actually works. So hopefully this was helpful. I'm still learning, and you guys are still learning. Hopefully you're having fun learning some extra math, and I will get better at learning 5th grade math. So this is brand new to me, so we will do it together. All right, my bonus mathers. I will see you on Monday. Bye.